Welcome to UFO Report number 171. This is Manny Moonraker, and I'm here with you live on Spreaker.com. But of course, you can hear me everywhere. iTunes, Stitcher, Deezer, Player FM, blah, blah, blah. The list goes on and on. But no matter where you're listening to, Alexa, your iWatch, no matter where it is, hit like, hit share, hit subscribe, tell somebody about it. 2019 has got to be the year the UFO Buster Radio takes off. Straight to the moon, Alice. Straight to the moon. Because I don't know if I can keep this thing going with nobody listening. Okay, yes, you're listening. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, in any way make it seem like you're not a participant here. I know there are plenty of people that listen religiously, and there's a lot more people going back and listening some more to the old episodes. Like Chris. Chris is like, hey, what the hell happened to Big O? Some of you don't even know Big O. Some of you might be fortunate that you don't know Big O. And some of you miss Big O. I was like, where is he? Yep, Big O, he's out there. He's out there in the wilderness somewhere, butt naked. And you might hear some reportings of Sasquatch here and there, and that could be Big O. Big O, if you're listening, I'm just kidding. Ha ha ha, hashtag, no fucks given. Anyway, today's report is not about UFOs because UFOs are still on vacation. I've said this year after year. For some reason, UFOs around the holidays just don't give a fuck about coming down to Earth and having people see them. It happens every damn year. Every fucking holiday. I mean, if there's a holiday, there's no UFOs. And you would really think that it would be the opposite. Like when people are shit-faced drunk, that you would have UFO sightings out the wazoo. But that's not what happens. It just doesn't happen that way. And I'm not saying that a bunch of you were out there getting completely drunk on Christmas Day. Maybe Christmas Eve. Fuck it. Maybe you got some good eggnog that carried over to Christmas Day. You probably did. But I mean, come on. We're talking about New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. I know some of you were completely drunk. And none of you reported a UFO. That's the way it is. I don't understand. It just seems peculiar to me that around the holidays you don't have any UFO reports. It's just really strange. Like at this point, we should have a shitload of UFO reports, or maybe the idea that UFO reports happen in cycles, maybe that's what it is. Maybe there's a nearby wormhole that only opens at certain times of the celestial time. I don't know. What the fuck do I know? I'm just a podcast host. And you know what? I've decided to embrace the fact that the podcast is satirical in nature. Because a lot of you get upset. You guys get upset because you think I'm a ufologist. And no, I'm not. I'm simply a podcaster who is interested, or as they say, I have an ear for ufology. Or I'm an enthusiast about the topic of ufology. Fuck my life. But, it is what it is. So I'm not someone that goes around with a fake badge and a bunch of books saying that I'm a ufologist. No. I'm a satirical asshole on a podcast who makes fun of everything ufology and space and NASA. And, sometimes politics too, because no fucks given. It's all in the same shit bowl. But today we have a news report. We have a news report to talk about. And here it goes. Oops, I'm going to do it again. Yep, that's what NASA's saying. Now listen, I got clickbaited, so I clickbaited you. In case you read the article, not the article, but the podcast title. And if you look at that image for the podcast episode, you'll know what I'm talking about. The article that clickbaited the shit out of me today was NASA to crash 13,500-mile-an-hour spacecraft into asteroid in mission to stop deadly strike on Earth. Well, OMG, my God, are you serious? But it's weird because when I saw this, what clickbaited me was not the fact that we were going to get smacked into the ice age by an asteroid. Nope. My first question was, why the fuck is NASA doing it? What happened to the Space Force? Here I am preaching make space great again, and NASA it's going to be stopping an asteroid from killing us, from sending us into the ice age? Oh, shit. This is fucked up. Well, it turns out it's nothing but total and complete, utter clickbait. So yes, the fact that NASA is planning to crash a spacecraft into an asteroid, it's absolutely true. The name of the asteroid is Didymus, whatever the hell that means. And Didymus has a little moon that goes around. No, I'm not saying it has a little butt. I'm saying it has a little moon, or a moonlet, that is the size of 150 meters, that also orbits Didymus. Well, apparently Didymus is no threat to the planet. None whatsoever. It's a threat to NASA, and NASA's about to fuck that shit up. NASA is apparently testing, or in the plans of testing, their, I guess, go-to Project DART, the Double Asteroid Redirection Test, which is supposed to redirect a deadly asteroid from crashing to the planet and sending us back to the Ice Age. This is going to happen in 2021. How magnificent. I really am. You know, it's hard for me to sound sarcastic about this. Even though that this says that they're going to first try to take out both items at the same time. Like, NASA's going to be there like the best pool player you ever saw. And it's going to knock out both of these objects, and at least take the bigger object, Didymus, and kind of nudge it over to get the fuck out the way. And I repeat, Didymus is no threat to planet Earth. So this is just a no fucks given. I'm going to fuck something up in the universe because I can. Now, to make things even more difficult for NASA and the people that like to watch them, it turns out that old Didymus and the moonlet, it's over 11 million kilometers from Earth. They basically are going to make the best pull shot ever known to man by trying to get this thing to move from its trajectory. Listen, you can't write this stuff, but I actually think it's fantastic. I think it's wonderful. I'm glad NASA's getting his hands dirty and trying to show that there is some value to keeping them around, to be honest. But, 2021, couldn't we ask somebody else to, like, go and, put a toe to it? Have Elon Musk go up there and hook a cable to it and tow it out the way. I don't know. Yeah, that's right. I heard you say, Moonraker, that's too simplistic. It's a satirical podcast, folks. Don't get all bent out of shape. Don't get bent out of shape. I know they can't do that. They can't just lasso it like a pony and to try to bring it in back into the stall because it ran out. I get it. But that's the idea. That's what they're working with. And again, where is the Space Force? I would think that the Space Force would have to be either intently watching something like this or somehow involved, because when Mike Pence, Vice President Mike Pence, talked about the Space Force last year, he said this was one of the jobs they had to do. Keep space clean, fuckers. Keep us from these threats from deep space. This is a Space Force duty. Yes, I said duty. So where is the Space Force on this? I have a feeling that by 2021, this might turn into one of the first missions for the Space Force. I think NASA might lose a little bit of power on this one. As well they should, right? This is a job. Destruction, mayhem, destroying things in deep space, clearing out the path for Elon Musk. That's a Space Force job. Let them handle it, NASA. Stop fucking around. Aside from that, that was the news for today. Like I said, UFOs and aliens and abductions and things, oh my, are not happening right now because it's the first week of the new year, basically. Actually, today is day 7. And ufology is a little quiet. Just a little bit quiet. But, on an up note, I believe here in the next day or so, will be the series on the History Channel known as Project Blue Book. And there is some guy playing Hynek. And I can tell you right now, I cannot wait to take a look at this series. I've got it on record. Hey, we might just turn this into like a weekly chat. The Project Blue Book series on History Channel. We'll have open discussions and we'll talk about it. How does it capture those documents? And I'm sure if you scour the internet, you will find Project Blue Book all over the place. Download the PDF wherever ufology is probed. This is the episode for today. Really don't have too much for you because, hey, what can I do? I'm only as good as ufology lets me to be, and ET lets themselves be known. But until next time, like tomorrow, ciao, adios, sayonara, and we'll end this with a little bit of Space Days